late last evening visuals that were shocking in nature coming in from a court in Lucknow where Ansari's close aide was shot dead in the Lucknow court inside the premises. The killer was dressed as a lawyer and started to fire shots right in the courtroom. A special investigation team late night has visited the site to investigate further on this. The SIT probing the murder spot for over an hour. They will file a probe report on this case as well. Remember, the visuals on your screen as well were shocking to say the least, because this was a courtroom in Lucknow court, and dressed as a lawyer, which is basically wearing a black and a white uniform coat and a trouser. He entered as a lawyer, possibly got an easy access because of that, and shot dead an accused in the courtroom. This is, remember, a reminder in many ways of what happened with Atiq Ahmed as well, even though that was more on the streets being taken for a test. But again, issues of weapons, of gang wars that are taking place, attacking each other, even in the courtroom this time, where there should be security, specifically with a high-profile person. Let's go across to Abhishek Mishra for the latest on that. Abhishek will tell us more about what happened. Abhishek, you know, it was shocking to say the least, because even though Atiq Ahmed's case was similar, it was at least out on a street. This is inside the courtroom. So what was the reason of easy access? Was it because he was just dressed as a lawyer? How is the SIT probing this?
Well, certainly, Pooja. Now, this incident has again shocked a lot of people, not politically, but also in general, whether or not the court premises are also secure. Let me show you the visuals first, then we'll discuss it further. You can see how now the security arrangements have been tightened here at the District Court, Kesarbagh in Lucknow. Yesterday's incident is a big reality check of the kind of security arrangements which are persisting at these courts, where not only the shooter managed to enter the premises, also shot dead the accused, just also in front of the judge and in the presence of the police personnel and advocates there. So this is the situation today. The SIT team has reached yesterday. They have also taken a inspection of the spot. At the same time, 1 week time has been given to submit the report. Now, coming back to your question is, how they managed to enter the premises? Well, it is very clear that they were the main shooter was dressed as a lawyer. At the same time, it also is evident that there is not much security and checks at this court as far as the access to anybody is concerned. Just having an attire could easily give you the access, and that is what happened. And also, not just he managed to enter the premises, but also enter the courtroom just near to it. So that is something which has taken a lot of questions. The opposition is slamming the government, from Akhilesh Yadav to the Congress party and everyone. But at the same time, this is consecutively an incident. We have seen how on 15th of the month, where Atiq Ahmed was shot dead in presence of the police personnel into custody, but this time it was caught, and the shooter came dressed up as a lawyer and managed not only to shoot out but also was successful in his attempt. But now the investigation is underway.
Stay on with me, because I'm getting some more story on this. This is big news. Was this gang war? Was it a revenge case? But it's anyway scary in nature, the manner in which it can happen inside a courtroom, and this could be anyone where the court case is being presided. We have some more news coming in. Let's take a look at that. Remember, we are being told that the shooter was working in Lucknow for the past 2 months. There was clearly an attempt of a pre-planned murder. The shooter, Vijay Yadav, was working in the capital city of Uttar Pradesh for 2 months in a private company, laying pipeline under the drinking water scheme. He went home on 11th of May. His mobile phone has been switched off for the last 15 days. Even the family members were not able to communicate. Before Lucknow, he was in a private company in Mumbai. In 2016, Vijay Yadav was sent to jail for kidnapping, raping a minor girl under the POCSO Act. How did he manage to then get into touch with the criminals, the killers, the manner in which he had been able to conduct it? We'll try and get more details on this, but just to give you a background further on this, that the shooter, Vijay Yadav, went home on 11th May. He had been working in Lucknow for 2 months. Before that, in a private company in Mumbai. In Lucknow, he was working in a private company laying the pipeline under drinking water scheme. His phone had been switched off for 15 days. Who did he meet? Who asked him to go and kill the individual? Abhishek Mishra joins me on the latest on that. Abhishek, tell us about the shooter, Vijay Yadav. It's shocking to know that he was earlier also sent to jail for kidnapping, raping a minor girl. Abhishek, if you can hear me, go ahead, tell us more about this Vijay Yadav shooter and how he had been working in a private company in Lucknow. Clearly, he got in touch with someone who gave him this assignment.
Well, absolutely, Pooja. He was not only aware of the situation, but also was, prepared in such a way. He has been working in Lucknow for past 2 months. He certainly had a very good access and look at this district court premises. He was very well aware that when Sanjeev Jeeva will be brought here, he also chose the time, the gun which was used, and at the same time how he was able to not only enter the premises, but also there was a proper recce which was earlier done to execute this plan. Now, there are a lot of theories which are floating around the capital. Yes, it is might be about the gang war between the two, but also at the same time how Mukhtar Ansari and his close ally are on the radar. And at the same time, if you can clearly remember that a lot of questions also raised at the time of Atiq Ahmed's case when he was shot dead in front of every police personnel, and that in front of the media. Now, last time what happened is that the shooter came pretending to be a journalist, but this time, since Sanjeev Jeeva was
many questions are being raised here that if someone can enter into a courtroom while a case is being heard and dressed as a lawyer can kill, this is something that the security agencies and the government will have to look very closely. This is not just about killing a close aide of Don Mukhtar Ansari, but this is also about security status inside the court premises. Abhishek Mishra with the latest on that.